we are very, very keen. Part of our thinking is that we are very keen to reaffirm, to strengthen and reaffirm our neutrality and our non-alliance as per the present constitution. So the constitution that we have now was in place in 2003. It still is in place now. It hasn't changed. Nothing has changed. And we have just simply, in our opinion, given up our sovereignty. And what for? We really are not in a very good position to be in, and we don't feel that this is where we should be. I can carry on reading parts, but I don't want to bore you too much. What are we doing here? I think it's a very fundamental question. We would like you to look at our manifest. We would like to discuss our manifest with you. We are extremely serious about this, and if you see issues, as we see, of mutual agreement, we would obviously like the backing of this group so that we can go back to Malta and say, not only are we right about this, as we have been for the last 10 years, but also other groups are actually agreeing with what we're saying as well, which is basically we need to change the treaty as it is now. And we'd like to go back and seriously offer the voters an alternative. Because both parties right now in Malta, the left wing and the right wing, we have two parties in Malta, the left wing and the right wing presently are both saying, Europe, yeah, fantastic, no issues, we love it. We are saying, you need voters, you need an alternative to decide to make a proper decision which way to go. That's what I think, very briefly, is what we'd like to come and talk to you about, and we'd be very happy to discuss further if there's any questions.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That was very clear, I think. Yeah, you weren't going to have much trouble convincing this audience that Euroscepticism was a good idea, believe you me. Stuart, I think was the first hand I saw.
Thank you very much. I'd just like to ask you, are you proposing to invoke Article 50 of the Lisbon Treaty? Because that is the roadmap for change, but it does of course mean you're giving notice to leave the European Union, which some of your supporters might not want you to do. The other thing I'd just like to point out, after listening to what you've said, is that you've talked about the Maltese constitution. We in Britain don't have a constitution anymore, in as much that it is the Lisbon Treaty. That is now our British constitution, and that is actually your Maltese constitution. That's the unfortunate fact of it. Anyway, the Article 50.
Where we feel that a lot of people are actually being fooled. The Maltese constitution came first, before the agreement. The Maltese constitution says quite clearly that it is the supreme law of the land. There should be no other law above it, and if there is a law which goes against the constitution, it is automatically revoked. So there is no way that the Lisbon Treaty can actually be supreme to our constitutional law. This is our argument. Our argument is the EU is saying we have supremacy over national law. We are saying, no, you don't. No, you don't. Our law was there first. It's still in place. When you signed that agreement, it was in place. That agreement is non-effective because our law says you cannot be above our law. This is our argument. So we are not saying that we will revoke Article 50. We are saying the actual agreement that we have between Malta and the EU presently is not a correct agreement. It needs to be not changed, scrapped, and a new one put in place.